Good evening and welcome to Side 21 and tonight's episode of The Jungles of Paldir. Just a couple things to go over before we jump into tonight's episode. You can find us on social media at Side21TV. You can also find our merch store at Side21.tv. And if you don't mind, please like this video, check out the rest of our YouTube page, and subscribe to the channel for tons more D&D content. But without further ado, let's go ahead and get back into the story of The Jungles of Paldir. Alrighty, where last we left off, our party has been making their way around Raventide Keep, learning what they can, finding out things, finding out rumors, problems, and the like. In the last episode, however, Halbor and Lothariel, we opened them in the crow's nest, where they were just getting done talking to a gentleman, learning about a friend of his named Terrence, who, in the employ of the Bastard's Manor, also seemingly complaining about a lot of gambling losses at the loot table as of recently, and his suspicion that something might be going on there. About this same time, Morga was in the loot table with Rafa, sitting down right next to Terrence, and kind of experiencing firsthand what seemed like an inconsistency to Rafa about how the cards were being handed out at these tables here inside the loot table. Rafa also learning a few more things at his time spent at the poker table, rolling 3 natural 20s during that part of the casino. Learning a few things, hearing that possibly the Bastard has a secret way into the sewers, kind of corroborating a little bit what you've already kind of found out. You heard that another person basically saying the Bastard has been on edge lately, but this one giving a little bit of a hypothesis that perhaps it could be due to his continued pining over one Poppy Grimswald, the paramour of the Pirate King. And perhaps, though, it's just the weather. It has been a little rough lately. As Halbor and Lothariel were making their way from the crow's nest over to the rum supply store, a few things happened. You guys saw Fiona, the proprietor of the Black Flag Mercantile, seemingly using magic to open her front door in a town that magic is not allowed in. So something to think about there. But you guys did make your way over to the rum making supply tent. Halbor, once again, has gotten shit-faced, taking a large mouthful of 100 proof rum that he bought there. But really not finding out much more in that place. This guy not seemingly really wanting to give out too much personal information. You guys then met back up outside and began to make your way back to Rafa's apartment. In that time, you passed right by the Bastard's Manor. Morga rolling a really good perception check, noticing a couple things. Firstly, the Bastard of Raventide Keep just catching his coattails and, maybe one boot re-entering his manor. And also seeing Terrence, an individual that you had kind of attempted to give some chips to in the casino. He didn't really jive with that, but you see him again on your way back to the apartment and actually are able to arrange a meeting with this individual. He said he gets off around midnight and would love to meet you at the Crow's Nest. He didn't use the word love, but Morga's assuming, I would say. As you guys made your way finally back to the apartment, heading up the stairs, however, the mood changed a bit as Lothariel and Rafa noticed through the window that Sharkbait Sullivan slumped over his counter and a pool of blood dripping slowly onto the floor. That is where we pick back up. You guys halfway up the stairs, Lothariel, Rafa seeing this through the window. What would you like to do?
I'm immediately gonna start rushing back down the stairs to go to the door.
I'd like to take a look around immediately and just see if anybody's staking us out, waiting for us, see if I can see anything of that nature.
Make a perception check.
First roll big.
Guys, what happened?
What is going on?
Talk to me. What?
It's Sharkbait.
Sharkbait?
What happened?
You guys can now see as he points through the window and says that.
Oh, fuck.
21 perception.
As you're looking around, you guys are kind of coming up the stairs. They're on the front part of the building here. You look around, and with a 21, you don't notice anybody really watching you per se. You can see a couple people over here that look like they're dressed similarly to the keep guard that you've kind of seen patrolling and outside the brig. And they seem to be having kind of a hushed conversation near the ladder leading up to the platform where these cannons are. Rafa, you get down to the bottom of the stairs, kind of do a little U-turn into the building. You can see that he is slumped there on the counter. The shop looks mostly like you've seen it in the past, apart from that, though. The door was open.
I'm rushing over to him and checking for a pulse or if he's breathing or anything.
Make a medicine check.
Yeah, and this time I'd have liked to have followed Rafa to try to get down there to look for, like, signs of a struggle or what might have happened.
19.
With a 19, you are sure Sharkbait Sullivan has moved on to realms beyond. And with a 19 medicine check, it's pretty clear that this person was shot in the head.
Can I tell, like, how cold the body is? Is it warm? Like, is it recent?
With a 19, he's still got some residual warmth. It has not been long.
Okay.
Make a perception check as you survey the room.
Because, yeah, at this point I'm, like, kind of still getting over being drunk, but you kind of wander with a little more force through the open door, like, all right, what's happened? Let me look for tracks or...
Oh, yeah, you're hammered. You need to do this at disadvantage.
Oh, no.
Well... 8?
With an 8, as far as you can tell, I mean, you have spent very little time in this room. I think a lot of your interaction with Sharkbait has been outside of this space. So as far as Halbor can tell, the only thing out of place here is the dead body.
I'm gonna run down into the room now. Rafa, there's guards just across the way. How could they have not heard this happen?
I don't know. He's still warm. This was recent. He was shot in the head. I don't know what to do.
Shall I get the guards?
There is no way we will not be involved. I rent from him, so I might as well report it. try and help ourselves out as much as we can.
Yeah. Lothario will turn around and quickly make his way out of the shop there and towards the guards that were across the way.
Okay, Morga, what are you doing?
I'm gonna follow behind Lothario. She's got a weird feeling about these guards, so she's just gonna make sure he's okay. Not really sure what to do or what to say. And looking back and forth between the apartment and where we're going.
Make a perception check as you and Lothario head over to speak to the guards.
It rocked. Now it's a net 9. I'm so mad. That would have been a 20.
Almost, yeah.
It is, the weather continues to be very poor. Anytime you guys are outside, you're wet. The storm rages on. Not picking up anything out of the ordinary. You guys get over to the guards. They seem to be talking to each other. They kind of, notice you walk up, but don't say anything immediately.
I'm walking up. Guards, please. There's seems to be have been a murder.
You see one of them kind of look down at you and go, "What's that?"
It seems there's been a murder
Where?
in this building just here.
He says, "All right, we'll go check it out." And they start to head towards the building.
I follow him.
Follow right behind.
Rafa and Habor, what are you doing as these guards approach? With your two companions behind them.
I'm gonna say I've just put a hand, try to do a reassuring hand on Rafa somewhere, and just go, "I'm sorry, man. I'm kind of useless. It feels like my shoulders slump when it's from what I can tell, they caught him by surprise. I don't see anything that looks like a struggle."
I'm going to kind of just sit there and kind of hold a shark bait, kind of on my lap, sitting on the floor. I'm gonna reach in my pocket and hand the apartment key to Halvor. You need to go check on the apartment. My trident. If that is found, that is not going to be good for us at all.
I'll pocket a key and just go, "Right, sir, Captain," and then go to walk out the door to just make room for the guards.
Okay, as you head to the stairs, as you're climbing these wet stairs, I need you to make a dexterity check, please.
Brother.
Make it a saving throw, I should say.
If you're near me, you get a +1. The dead feet.
I don't think I'm near enough.
Oh.
I got a 12.
With a 12, you slip a little as you make your way up, but you catch yourself. You kind of stumble. You have one of those moments where you're reeling, trying to get your balance back, and you kind of the forward momentum wins, and you kind of catch yourself on the railing and make your way up to the rest of the stairs to find the apartment is locked. You do have the key if you'd like to.
Yeah, no. I go ahead and I don't want to look suspicious, so I don't want to look like I'm trying to flee as much as it's because the guards are right there. So I want to kind of make it, I'm drunk as hell anyway, but I want to make it look like I'm just trying to go home.
Okay, yeah, you do your best to get up the stairs inconspicuously, and you're not sure how well you did that, but you're able to get the key on your second try into the keyhole, and as you look into the apartment, the door opens, and it doesn't look like it was tossed. It looks the way that it did when you and Lothario left earlier.
Can I, before anybody else gets up here, in my drunken state, I'm I need an extra second, and I want to try. I'm a little out of it, so I'm just gonna cast a moment to think.
Okay.
because I only need a verbosemantic for that, and then just take the extra 6 seconds it gives me to kind of catch my bearing and do one more perception check.
What are you looking for?
Just footsteps. It's been raining. I want to see if anything looks wet.
Okay. Yeah, go ahead and make that perception check.
I need to change my dice. That was a 6.
Yeah, dude, these ice creams. ain't
Brother.
good.
To you, there's some water on the floor, but it's been raining for days. You can't tell.
It doesn't seem extra fresh. Got it.
We're gonna jump back downstairs as you, Morga and Lothario, follow the two guards back into the room, and they immediately go over to Sharkbait. You see one of them kind of pushes him on the shoulder, like a little bit, like he's trying to wake somebody up. He says, "Definitely looks to be dead." He turns around and looks to you, Rafa, Lothario, and Morga, and says, "What's your relationship to this man?"
I'm still kind of holding him, and I'm kind of glaring at him now for like just poking Sharkbait. But I'll look up at him and he rented me the room above. This is my crew, and we were going upstairs when we saw it through the window and rushed in here.
He's gonna look down and he say, "Okay, thank you. Step away from the body if you can. We need to lock down this room and see what we can find."
Sure.
I'll like stand up and kind of gently lay his head down. I'll take like 2 steps back and stand there.
So terribly sorry, sir. If you don't mind, we're gonna close the shop. We won't need to have anybody further in the room while we investigate.
Morga in this moment is gonna go up behind Rafa and put her arm over his shoulder and grip tightly and say, "Come on, we need to leave. We got to take this outside. We have to go."
I'm gonna give one last glance at the body and then back at the pool of blood on the counter, and then I'll walk.
Make one last perception check as you look back down at the body and the blood on the counter.
And also, I want to say that Lothario is kind of skeptical just because the guards were so close, and if he was shot with a gun, they should have heard it in his mind.
Make an insight check.
Thank you.
That's my thought too.
You can both do it.
Oh.
17 on perception.
With a 17, just as you're stepping away from the body, you can see that Sharkbait he's kind of slumped over, but the weight of his chest and arms that are hanging on the counter are kind of keeping his body slumped on the counter. And you know, you were there kind of holding him as much as you could in that way without moving him too much. But you look down at where his legs are and you see just under like the toe of his right foot there is what looks like a pretty heavy key. And I'll say with 17, it looks, the way that it's there, it's the way that it's just under his foot that way, it seems intentional.
Is it something where I could like step on it and like drag it under my foot as I step back, or?
I think that, you know,
Is there anything on the counter I can like knock over and bend down?
yes.
I would do
There's
that.
like a candlestick and like a ink well and a quill and some other miscellaneous kind of bookkeeping things.
Alright, then yeah, I'll kind of just knock over the inkwell and quill with my elbow, and then bend down and kind of pick it up, and I've tried and grab that key without being seen if possible.
I would like you to make a. I will leave it up to you to be performance or deception.
Can I help too with like when he goes to bend down? I'll be like, Rafa, we need to leave, and just kind of like get up close to him, give him a little extra cover.
I think that'd be a little meta. You don't know what he's doing.
That's good try.
know. We need to leave.
We gotta go.
14.
I'm gonna roll a perception check for this guard.
Oh god, I hope he fails.
Yeah, 14. Which one? What stat did you use?
Performance. Sorry.
Okay. What you said it was a 14?
Yes.
Okay, we're gonna say as a guard of the city, and kind of a prestigious order of city guard here. This guy has a perception addition of +3, so we need to get an 11 or no, a 10 or lower on the dice. Just 50-50 here. That is a natural 20.
Aw.
Oh my god.
He is going to, as you knock it over onto the floor and you go to reach down to pick it up, he just grabs your arm. And he says, I think that's enough disturbing the crime scene. You need to leave the room. I'm sorry for your loss. We need to figure out what's going on here. And kind of like almost pushes you away from him.
Okay. I kind of just let it happen, but I'm gonna try and like tap Morga and try and point it out as we walk out.
What'd you guys get on your insight checks?
10.
A 9.
God, we're rolling like so bad.
What is happening?
It's, it's weird that they didn't hear it, but you could easily explain it to the, could have been at the same, maybe they timed it with a thunder.
Right.
As you guys all head out now into the room, Halbor, I think you're still upstairs.
Yep.
You see that one of the guards, one stays, one of them follows you out, closes the door behind him, and heads like back down towards the like where you guys came from, like down towards the manor and the market this way.
As he's walking away, I guess the one is walking off. I would like to turn to everybody. Maybe I can follow him.
But I don't know if you saw what I saw. Rafa told me, let me look. We need to get to that thing. I think we need to split up in some way. We got to get that thing, Rafa. I saw what you saw.
I don't know where it goes.
That's
but
okay.
It looks like he was trying to hide it, so it is important.
Lothario, can you still go invisible?
I can.
I have an idea. If we go upstairs, you do that. I open the door, we talk to him, and I say, oh my gosh, I have a quick question. I'll keep the door open. You go in and try to take whatever it is, and we go. I will be
Should
the
we be worried
distraction.
about him? That's leaving right now, though.
I mean,
Or no-
yes, but there's two pressing things. We have to.
Yes, I know. Fuck. Sure.
I trust you, Captain, but whatever you want to do, wherever he's going, that is important too. But the longer we sit, he could probably take that key at the crime scene. So we gotta pick one. Or we can split up.
I'm looking up my invisibilities one right now.
I don't know.
It's okay. This is a lot to take in.
What are you guys all doing right now?
Walking up the stairs into the room.
Following upstairs.
I'm kind of like at the top of the stairs, I would say. Like, should I?
Rafa, this is your crew. You know this area best.
I don't know what to do. I know how to break things. I don't know how to follow or distract. I don't know what to do here.
That's okay. There's gonna be a
Lothario will
moment.
turn to Morga and just be like, "Can you distract the guard downstairs? I can try to get in there."
Yes, I need you to come with me. Go ahead and do it. If we can do that, maybe we can kill two birds with one stone, eh?
I go up into the room. I kind of crouch down by the door, so I'm just hidden in front of everybody. I switch my harp out for the Malil's harp, and I do one strum as I close my eyes and just kind of fade into invisibility.
Rafa, while this is happening, I want you to make a intelligence check for me, please.
Uh-oh.
Okay.
Come on, you got this.
$18.
Oh, there it is! There it is!
Wow.
You're thinking about a lot of things. Thoughts are racing through your head. You're thinking about the first time you met Sharkbait, finding out that he had a room for rent, the hospitality he showed you after one of the most tremendously difficult experiences of your life when you arrived here originally in Raventide. You think about his continued friendship. And then you start to think about what's happened since you've gotten back. And, you know, inevitably being tied up in what you are currently tied up in, you can't help but think, does this have something to do with us? And then that thought hits you. And then you think, who greeted us when we came out of the sewers? Who has, been seen speaking to us? You think back to the bastard slapping the bartender in Undertow, saying that, you were supposed to keep watch, essentially. And I think one thought, as you start to think about these things, seeing the bastard just re-entering, or Morga pointing out that he was just re-entering his manor, minutes ago at this point, I think a thought starts to surface in your head, and that is, you are not safe.
With that, I'm going to also go into the apartment and just kind of like sit against one of the walls and just process all of this.
You see a very drunk Halvor trying to find water to sober up.
This poor guy.
He looks very, you know how like a man hangs his head when he's lost? That's what he looks like as he's looking for water.
And I think the rest of you in this room are looking at Halvor right now and feeling anger.
I'm not even worried about Halvor right now. Can't even look at him. I have 1 minute on this invisibility.
Yes.
So can you please open the door and distract him for just a moment?
Yes, I will give you 2 minutes. And so Morgan's gonna go down the steps, not even acknowledging if anything or anyone is behind her. She's gonna go knock on the door and open it and go, "Excuse me, I have a quick question."
Leave the room now. You've been told to leave the area. Why are you back in here?
Well, I have.
Would you like to spend the night in the brig?
No, thank you. But did you take my witness report? Did you need to do that? I was gonna go to sleep, but
Ma'am,
I didn't
if
know
you do not leave
needed
the room now, you will be placed under arrest. This is not your place to... I don't even know you. I've never seen you before. What are you doing in here asking me questions? Get out.
Okay, damn. I was just asking if you needed a witness report before I went to bed. I will be asleep, but if you need us, we just knock, okay?
He comes to the door and forcibly pushes you out of it, closes it behind you, and locks it.
As that's happening, can I have done something?
What you got?
Well, since I am invisible, I would like to use, as he comes up to the doorway to like close the door, I would like to Misty Step
Okay.
behind him towards the body and see if I can notice the key that he was talking about being on the floor by the body.
No roll necessary as you look down to look for what Rafa had described to you. You see the ink spilled on the floor there. The key is gone.
Then I am going to immediately. Would you say it's about 30 feet from inside the shop to the upstairs apartment?
Yeah, less than.
Okay, I would just do a second Misty Step right there up into the apartment.
Okay.
I'm gonna walk
He took
back
the
to-
key. I say to fucking Halbor and Rafa.
Morga opens the door and closes it behind her, so now we're all in the room. What the fuck is
They
going
took the
on?
key.
There was a key. What did it look like? What key?
Albor,
Be quiet
I'm
for a
going to
second.
limit your drinking going forward. Okay? We're going.
I'm sorry, guys. I know I fucked up.
It was okay. Okay, so we have a lot to process. The key is fucking gone. The other guy is now walking away. So we need to get both or something. I have a feeling poor Rafa has been through a lot of shit today. I'm not, but I do know that we are sitting ducks right now.
My invisibility drops.
Oh, there you are.
Yes.
I was talking to the wrong wall. I'm sorry.
It's okay. We, I believe, are in great danger. We should maybe disappear and get to a place where we can figure out what the hell is going on. Where to go from here.
Well, what does anybody happen to have the time?
I'm not sure. Do we know the
Do I
time?
have another time?
It is you. I mean, you guys don't have clocks or anything on you, but it's like middle of the afternoon, kind of 3-4 p.m.
With that, she's going to look at everybody and take a second and wipe some sweat from her forehead and just say, "I know we have a lot to process, but that key is gone. I'm talking to somebody later tonight, but we also know that we are not supposed to. I don't feel like we're supposed to be here, and somebody knows, and they want us gone. So I think we need to come up with a game plan. And as much as I love to really have a moment for shark bait, but we could be next."
Yes. I turn to Rafa. There will be time to process this later, but we need to figure out something for right now.
First, you guys should double check my work and make sure everything here is good. I've not been on my game today, and someone should make sure.
I'm gonna look around the room for the trident specifically.
Yeah, I was gonna say I'm getting up to go straight to my hammock to check on it. So
It is there. It doesn't look like the apartment was
Ransacked
disturbed.
or anything? That's good.
okay, then I'm going to like keep it wrapped up and like kind of tie it to my back as best I can. I don't know what the next part of the plan is other than we need to get somewhere safe. And the only place I know is back in the sewers.
Captain, I was just gonna suggest that. Good a plan as any. We know there's at least a safe room or two down there.
I'm gonna say all this has happened within the space of about 5 minutes now at this point, since you guys were ushered out of the room downstairs.
I take like a big deep sigh and I'm just like, I guess we collect my useless ass and our stuff and we go.
Oh, we need to figure out where that. Fuck, it's been so long, dude. I don't know, dude. This is so fucked. Lothariel thinks to himself. We need to figure out where that key is going, at the very least.
But we need to get to the damn key too.
Sure. And then I'm gonna walk out the door. And quickly start walking.
We're just
Come on.
We're just gonna help Halbor up and look over at Rafa, and just say, there will be a time to take this all in process, but right now we need to leave. For your safety, for everybody's safety, we have to go right now. We will have a drink later in toast of your friend.
I'm gonna walk over. The key, little one.
I give it. Yeah, I hand it up.
And then I usher them out and give one last look to the place, close it, and lock it.
And you guys took everything that was your belongings with you?
Yeah.
Yep.
All right, as you guys walk down the stairs, I need to know what direction you are walking in and how you are walking and where you're going.
I actually say, if you don't mind, before we like walk directly out of the room, I would like to use a disguise self. One of my instances of disguise self.
Okay.
I'll do the same, kind of just like general pirate, non really descript. But in front of everybody, so they know that that's me. And then walk out, and then probably we saw him walk towards the manor. So
Yeah, you saw him walk down this way.
I would say I would start walking that way, and maybe if there's like any alleyways in this bunch of like buildings to like kind of creep and look across the manor. Like once we get to this area, I don't really want to walk on main paths if possible.
Okay, as you guys come down the stairs and look down this direction, everybody make a... everybody roll a d20 for me and tell me what you get.
Oh. Oh yeah, actually.
10.
Natural 20!
Let's go.
19. A 12.
5.
I think the natural 20 saves you here. You look down in this direction, and you can see, Morga, you get a little bit better eyesight in this weather for whatever reason, and probably because you're mountain, you grew up in blizzards and stuff. You're used to looking through precipitation. You can see the guard that left, followed by an extremely large pirate and about 10 other people walking in lockstep behind the two of them in your direction from that way.
She's going to immediately look at everybody and just say, we got a shit ton of fucking people coming this way. We need to move and we need to hide. I don't know if it's about us, but it's coming our way. We need to dip left or dip right.
Okay.
Go back around the corner. Go up top. Go north.
That's where they're going, I'm sure. Maybe we can get to an area. Maybe we can get to where we can see what they're doing. Maybe like a bunch, like somewhere in here.
Where?
In these buildings.
Yeah. She's just gonna grab everybody and kind of like a herding dogs, just herding everybody. Be like, fucking go. Needs the chest.
With a natural 20, if you move any part of this way, you're going to be seen. So do you want to go back around this way?
Yes.
Then?
Yes.
And then, so where are you trying to get to exactly?
I'm confused where we're at. We came down here.
Our stairs.
Okay,
This
And then we
this
saw them right
Our
here.
this is
stairs
the
are right
apartment.
here.
You came down the stairs.
Right.
The guard went off this way. You're
Yeah.
seeing him now coming back with a group of people.
From here.
Yes.
Like that's where we're at. We're seeing it from. Is what I'm
Yeah.
asking.
Yes.
Okay,
yes.
got you. I was under the assumption that we had walked a little bit already.
No.
Um,
Or we
'cause
could
I
also
thought we did.
go.
We
up
can
and
just
see.
go
Yeah.
around the building up. Yeah, let's go
Yeah,
north.
just go north.
Go north. More room, the better.
Okay.
I turned-
You guys running, walking? What are we doing?
Running.
I'm moving at a brisk pace. I don't want to be running, but I want to
I'm going to be walking
like power walk.
fast, but picking up Halbor by the back of his shirt so that he can move faster.
All right, you guys make your way off and are able to make your way around the corner. Up here, you're kind of now. You've got your, back to like the exterior wall and like another group of residential buildings back here. Yes.
She's gonna look at everybody and say, "I don't know about you, but I don't know if they're going to be looking around and going back to that apartment or what. But
Keep going.
okay,
Keep
okay,
going.
sorry. Okay, sorry.
And I'm
Don't
gonna
get to us.
point over to this area. We are near the ones with the cards. Stay shut up.
Were the guards there when we like passed by?
There were guards around this one, yeah.
Okay. I would just like to get to a spot where I am hidden, but I can see full view, like what they're doing. If they're like going to stop right there, if they're going somewhere else. It looked like they were coming for us, so I just want to watch.
I think from here it's going to be too far, especially in this weather. So you'd have to come back down and get closer to them. Morgan, I will say too, with your natural 20 on that was definitely the bastard coming with him.
I'm going to look at everyone and just whisper, "That's the fucking guy," and try not to panic. And say, I kind of want to see what's going on. I have a feeling he's coming for us.
Of course he's coming for us. Rafa's friend just got murdered.
Yes, who do you think probably did it? As horrible as this.
And with that conversation, if you look at Rafa, he's like completely tense and like looks like he's about to go into a rage. Just
We
kind
should
of sitting
go.
there quietly.
We should go, take a walk, circle the block or something, not be seen for a second. They will disperse when we're not there.
This leads me to believe maybe this is our only chance to getting near the manor. But we need the journal. The journal's probably on him.
Honestly, you're onto something. Should we take it and fucking risk it?
Honestly, if him and his cronies are here now, if we could infiltrate the manor, we could get him when he's alone.
We got to move because our friend over here looks fucking pissed.
I kind of just like look at Morga like, you picked me up, where are we going?
Oh my god. And she's gonna take Hubbar and she's gonna try to guide the group down just to get away. And give a look to Rafa of follow, like a head nod. Without wanting to touch or anything as to not make him more angry. But a head nod of, we have to go.
Yeah, I'm following, but definitely mentally look like I'm somewhere else.
Okay, where are you guys going?
Towards manor. The round way.
Like right here.
Okay, yeah, you guys are able to slink back into kind of an alleyway here, and with enough distance to have eyes on the manor, you see that it is still being patrolled.
Okay, there goes that idea.
Well, I'll like try to whisper since we're all here and just be like, didn't somebody say he must have a secret entrance into his manor? We should just go back to the sewers and try to find it and catch him by surprise. The longer we're up here, the more likely we are to get in trouble.
Sure.
He's now looking for us.
I don't know if it's the alcohol, but you're making some sense.
Better than I
Trust me, fear sobers a man up real fast.
Oh. Well, we only got a couple of them. We've been through one, so that means we have 3 left. One is right in front of the manor, one is being guarded, and I believe there was one over by where the mayor is, right? The brig. Maybe
Yeah,
it's the
there was
brig.
one by the brig.
Should we fucking risk it at the brig and start there?
If we go there, we might be able to use that to break out the old coot and potentially our fairy friend. As I like shoot a glance at Rafa to, try to keep him happy, not and just say like and free the weird magic thing.
No.
All right,
Doesn't
let's make our
notice.
way towards the brig sewer entrance. The brig trapdoor.
The long way. Like circle around the long way.
Or let's just
No.
go back to the one that we already know of. Thoughts?
We could do that. We need to just get off the street.
Yes.
As you guys make your way from the alley that you're standing in north of the manor to the sewer entrance, the Black Flag Mercantile Undertow sewer entrance, I need everybody to. Well, firstly, tell me, how are you trying to sneak? Are you just trying to get there as fast as possible? What's the
I'm definitely
here.
trying to sneak.
Snake. As best as I can, as tall as I am.
Once we, because I'm disguised, once we establish which way we're gonna go, I'll kind of just like drift away and just walk like adjacent to them on the road, just looking like I'm minding my own business.
and is anybody else doing anything to disguise their appearance at all?
No, not outside the clothes, the pirate clothes
Okay.
that we have on.
So yeah, the only thing I can do would be discard the pirate clothes, so like the hat.
Go ahead and make a group stealth check. So everybody roll. HD, you can do with advantage.
Okay.
That was a nat 1. I will use my halfling luck to try again. Okay, I got a dirty 20.
Nat 1.
Oh no.
Are we surprised? No.
5.
A 14.
Mine's technically a disadvantage, but I don't think you can get any lower than a nat 1.
That's true.
Really.
You guys start trying to sneak. Morga, make a Constitution saving throw, please.
All right, I get advantage, so I'm going to roll twice. First one is a 15. Second one
Ooh.
is a 22.
You are able to resist the damage, but you are not able to resist the pain, as what seems to have been a respite in your shield holding job comes to a very abrupt end as you feel a massive impact of energy course up through your fist, your shield fist, into your arm and body, and it drops you to your knees as you're sneaking, and you all hear the armor smack on the ground, but you get back up and keep running. We'll say you guys were kind of in this area when that happened. There's a lot going on. You look around, it doesn't seem that too much.
I kind
from
of
it.
like, yeah, I get over to her and I'm like, Morga, are you okay? Morga,
I'm okay.
Come on, we need to.
We have to go. We have to
just
go
slip-
now.
It's like, you just slipped, right? You just slipped. I'm like, grabbing one of your hands and I'm like trying to make sure I get you back up on your feet.
She just is going to try to pick him up and go, don't worry, we got, fuck, we have to go. She just is going to try to like keep it together while gritting her teeth the whole time because she's trying not to cry, and we just keep booking it.
As you guys make your way through, the kind of small crowds here in the shopping district, the black market area, and down the hatch, you see the undertow seems to be closed, but you guys re-enter the sewers. What would you like to do?
Use
forgot.
prestidigitation to draw myself off.
I want to make sure Morga's okay. I'm like a little frantic. Like Halbor's was not expecting to be attacked this suddenly like this, and it's just like, Morga, are you okay? You've taken, like, what's happened? Did you take more? Did something hit you as we went?
It's literally the same shit, different day. I kid you not. It's the same thing just happening. But I'm okay. I'm more worried about Rafa. We're okay now. I can handle this. I know I can handle this. It's just part of the wait. But is everybody okay?
Fuck no. We are in tremendous danger.
I was
No,
trying to be
no.
optimistic.
There's no fucking possible way.
Yeah, this was
Hell no.
bad. This is so bad.
Okay, so we have to have a game plan because now I have a feeling if we left here, there's going to be more guards. And I feel like the only time we can move is at night. If you want my honest opinion.
I don't want to almost go back up at all. Like, guys, it's kind of fun when you say we're trying to beat a god and he can't hurt us. It's not fun when there's 100 pirates above my head trying to find us. Like,
But you know what is not fun? What is not fun is knowing that if we don't keep going, that the people that we love will die. Or maybe are already dead. We don't know. But we have to keep moving. We can't just hide. Because then we're not heroes at all. Who am I fucking talking? These sewers smell like shit.
You're right. On both things.
Sorry, Albert.
So we're in like a corridor that's like before we get to the undertow, like before we got to the undertow. It's like
You're
some, like,
just
series
outside.
of,
As
like,
soon as you get
hallways.
down that ladder, it's like right outside the bar, essentially. There's like a small kind of
It was like around the back.
20
right?
by 20 foot area, and then the undertow right after it.
So as far as we know, we would keep going and then go down a ladder, and then it would be that cistern area.
I mean, you guys remember the way that you came up. The only other thing that was on this top floor that you discovered was the room with all the feathers in it. And then down that ladder is the Plague Priest's lair.
That feather room was nice.
yeah, I think, like, I would want to go all the way back to, like, the dead end of the feather room. And just be like, we're away. I want to be away from the stench and the pirates and the people. And we need a minute. We need a minute to think.
Sure.
Rafa, I'm like wringing my hands in like worry because this is probably one of the first times Halbor's been like this visibly knowledgeable about somebody trying to hunt him for some reason, and he's just like, Rafa, are you okay? Can you keep walking, please?
I'm just kind of like there looking at my bloodstained hands, and I just look up and start walking towards the entrance to the sewers. Still kind of in my own world.
So yeah, and then I probably wouldn't say anything until we were like in the sewers and at least down a hallway. My goal would be escaping, at least temporarily.
All right, so we get down the hallway.
Yeah,
And
we're
I'm
down
gonna
the
be
hallway.
Like, yeah, we're down that hallway. We need.
You guys
to
are shook. It's hilarious.
We need to figure out a way
He's
to
loving
get
this.
the.
I did not like this. That was
Yeah, it's brutal because there's no clear cut way to go. You know what I mean? So it's like, fuck, where do we go where we're not gonna die? Probably.
The feather room.
This fucking hallway is fine. Wait, the feather room? Oh shit, never mind.
You guys, I'll say you guys are back at the intersection where the right direction led you to the undertow and the ladder, and the left direction led you to the feather room.
We need to find a way to get this. Our top priority is the journal.
Yes.
I don't give a shit about the casino anymore, to be completely fair. Obviously, right now, where the bastard is surrounded by his god, is not the right time to confront him. I think maybe if we go back down to that cistern and the chest, then it's a chance that the key that you saw was for that chest. Assuming he's retrieved it back now. Maybe not. Maybe it's with the guard that we saw there was the city guard and not the bastard guard.
Correct.
Okay. Not sure. But my best idea is to go back down to the area where we saw the wall and the tent and the chest and see if we have any better luck today with finding more information or getting it open down there.
Worst case scenario, we can maybe just like booby trap the place. If we stake it out and he's trying to be hid and he comes out alone, we jump him. But that could take days. Who knows?
The thing is, I don't know if we have days.
I kind of like look at Rafa and I'm like, we know there are other sewer entrances. Do you know how the hell would we get to him from here? We'd have to like go all the way down, and it seemed fairly linear to try to get here, minus a few dead ends.
Like I told you before, I had never come down here other than to come to the undertow. I don't know how or where they connect throughout all of this.
You know what?
What?
Halvor's like taking out his book and is like flipping through all of his various spells, just like muttering like, there must be something I can do here.
In this moment, Morga's gonna walk up to Rafa and say nothing, but give him a hug without even worrying or caring if she's gonna get beat up, and just hold on as tight as she can and just say, if you need to get it out right now. I don't care if you punch me, I don't care if you get angry, but it is okay to cry right now. This is your second and your moment to do that. But I am not, as your friend, as your crewmate, as whatever you want to call it, I am not going to let this ruin you. Okay? So if you need to punch me, I might punch back. It's okay. She's just is gonna hug him.
Just kind of stands there and lets it happen. I don't really move at all. But there are a few silent tears that fall down Rafa's face.
I'm a sympathy crier. So, she's just going to kind of pat his back a little bit. Just say, it's okay. It's okay. And she's going to step away and just look at him and then look at everybody else and say, okay, so now I think we can't stay here, though. The chest, as you said, Lothario, might be the best idea. But what if the thing is not open? What if it is still locked and bolted shut? Then what?
We could try to go up to the mercantile shop right above us. She uses magic. She uses magic that unlocks things.
Ooh.
She could, but I know, I don't know how to cast it, but I know through my studies there's a spell called Knock that supposedly can unlock certain types of objects.
No.
That might be what she's using, and maybe it can help us. Who knows?
And
But
I don't know if
a lot to go try that.
I don't know.
Halvor,
if I
make an
should-
Arcana check.
Uh, 26.
Knock is very, very loud, and you did not hear the associated sound that comes with the use of that spell when you saw her use the magic.
Like, as I'm describing Knock and how, like, dangerous that is, I'm like, Oh, wait, I didn't hear anything. Hold on, I just remembered that's supposed to be loud.
Maybe there was another way.
Another way.
Another way to unlock something without the spell he's speaking of.
I mean, yeah, I'm sure. I kind of like hold up my tome of my Codex of Vermin. I'm like, I've got a book that lets me command rats, kind of, potentially.
That's
Like, I'm sure there's all sorts of magic items out there. She could
You know,
potentially have one we could still use. That was a great point, Lothario.
Well, let's, should we go down the sewer and check on that area again to see if it's been disturbed or is different in any way?
Yeah, it'd be a bit of a backtrack, but might as well. It's hot to be seen.
I mean, we
Staying
are
up.
stuck between a rock and a hard place of death or death, so we might as well choose death.
Everybody make a wisdom or intelligence check here. See if I can.
I suck at both of those.
19 for intelligence. Yeah, help us out a little bit.
6.
Because
Only 13.
Natural 1 on wisdom.
I think that's
13
appropriate.
intelligence.
Lothario, you're sitting there, starting to piece all this together, and thinking. You're thinking about what is the goal here, and what has changed about that goal in recent events, as in the last couple hours. The goal is to get the hermit. The hermit needs the journal, so the goal is the journal. You don't know where that is, but you know that it is either on or in the possession in some way, shape, or form of the Bastard of Raventide Keep. Through what, Rafa, I'll see you guys kind of talking this out now. Rafa, you kind of also put out what you had thought about earlier. You guys kind of start to paint this picture. Things went missing from the cistern room in the sewers. The same day that you came up, which was later on, like day later at least, from when you were in the cistern to the first day that you were in the undertow. When you were in the undertow that night, you saw the bastard slap the bartender and tell her you didn't watch out. You also know that you guys immediately, as a group, made contact with Sharkbait Sullivan outside of the undertow, coming out of the sewers that very same night. The bastard was inside, but you easily could have been seen speaking to Sharkbait as a party emerging out of the sewers at the same time as the bastard has realized he's missing some things in those very same sewers. You have spoken to the hermit. You know you need the journal. Nothing has changed about that. The only thing that has changed seemingly now is that you are no longer operating in anonymity. But the goal has not changed. You think you were kind of theorizing about the key as well. And the idea was floated that maybe the key is for the chest down there. Thinking about it further, you realize that key. It seemed like Sharkbait was trying to hide that key. Unless Sharkbait is somehow further involved in this in a way that he didn't tell us, then it doesn't really make sense that he would be hiding a key to the chest, seemingly in a guarded room with paid guards. You think there's been a lot of suggestion about going back to the cistern or, trying to stake out the manor. And as you're starting to think through these ideas, you get the feeling, right? Like, that's like, say that was the bastard stash down there. You got the sword, it had his emblem on it. if that is his chest, there also, I'll remind you, was magic in use down there. The handle that opened that gate was disguised as like to blend in with the rest of the surroundings. But you get to thinking, like, I mean, going back down there, that is a known place where something has happened. The manor is still being guarded. So, like, you're thinking laying low and not necessarily going back to places that the bastard is going to be right now or have eyes on is necessarily the move. You have learned some things about the bastard and one of his employees. So you start to think, maybe we can get further in with Terrence, and he works for this guy. And you have also now found out that you have now a piece of personal information about him. And like kind of putting together, like, and Rafa, you may have known this to a degree already, but like, apparently the bastard has interests in the Pirate King's woman.
Right.
So, you're starting to think maybe there is angles here that aren't just smash and grab. But you also definitely know that based on everything that's happened, there's no, in your head, in you guys' mind, there's no possible way that Sharkbait was killed for any other. It has to do with you guys. I mean, Rafa, you know this man. He's not wrapped up in, conflict or controversy. And the words Morga, said a few minutes ago ring in all your heads. We could be next. So I think that you get the idea that moving as a group in the city, ever going back to that apartment again, those days are over.
Yeah.
So the time for, stealth and disguise and scheming may be upon you.
We just take a little short rest here for a moment. Gather our thoughts in this. Yeah, we're just like chilling for a little bit.
Go for it.
I don't need no health, but my brain actively needs a short rest. Well, so we know we need the journal because we can't get the hermit without it. The thing that's changed is now instead of figuring out how we can maybe catch the bastard off guard or figure out a way to get the journal from him, now he's actively searching for us. I'm not sure if Terrence is one of the guards that is in the know of that, which would make your meeting awkward tonight, Morga, if you still want to carry that out.
I think it is in their best interest, but I might have to go alone. And I say this, or maybe we separate in some way, because right now we need information to keep things moving, even if it's risky. We can't keep playing hide and go seek for our own safety. We're gonna be chased no matter what. Why not go out swinging? You know what I mean?
Sure.
But I do not think that we should all be grouped up like we usually do. I mean, we have these, aside from Rafa, I'm sorry that she's out of the loop here, but we can still communicate. But if we are basically a giant target if we go together.
Right.
I want to say one more thing too, on that 19. I think Lothariel had a sense, but seeing that guard take off and come back with the bastard, there's no doubt. Like this,
They're all paid by
these
him.
dudes are in his pocket.
Yeah, everybody is. It's fucked. Yes, so I don't know, because that makes me think that this meeting later would just end up entrapping you in some bullshit and we couldn't get you back. You'd end up in the brig or worse.
As you say that, you look down at that shield.
She's gonna look down at the shield and see if the eyes are open or if they're still closed. But she's just is gonna reflect in this moment.
That is now up
and
to
look-
you. I don't remember if you. I believe you had it closed since
Yeah,
you
it
got
just-
the Raventide.
Yeah, it just.
But
it
you
just
now can
stays
use
closed.
Channel Divinity to open or close it.
That's true. She's going to look at the shield and just kind of reflect for a second and pray to herself of what to do, and hoping to get a gut feeling, and then look over at Lothario. Maybe this meetup is not a good idea. You are right, it's like a trap, and I am just falling for the bait. But I don't know. We need to get everyone out of the brig and get that journal and get out. But we do know, I mean, we could be risky and maybe see if we can make a deal with the bastard and, make him. I don't know. I don't know. I don't think that's a good idea.
Maybe the bastard is not who we need to try to make a deal with. Maybe
It's the
we
king.
can speak with the king, or somehow get word to him. Maybe if there's a way we can get the king to look foully upon the bastard.
Are you saying like plant a little seed of anger or doubt against the but what if the king is part of the problem and the bastard is just a puppet?
Well, we can try and get some more information about that. I do agree that we shouldn't be grouped up constantly. It is helpful with these, point to the headset. Rafa, we can always be paired with you for now, if needed.
We go 2 by 2.
Well, while I was digging through my spellbook frantically, I remembered that I have this, and I hold up a poisoner's kit. And I'm like, that rat priest had this. We could always try to use this to, like, subtly remove people temporarily. We gave someone the poison condition, make them go throw up. That's one less person in the way.
That is sick, Halvor.
I didn't
I
say
like
kill
it.
him. I didn't want to kill anybody.
I'm having
I mean-
trouble understanding what scenario this is helpful in, but it
I don't
seems-
know.
Are you trying to say that you just want to poison people?
I don't know. My immediate
But-
reaction was like, hey, here's a drink. Congratulations. And it's full of poison.
Honestly, it's not a bad idea. But you do have those rats, right? You can do something with rats. What is it? Can you say it again?
I can do several things with rats, but
Oh,
only like
gosh.
once a day. And the ability to command them is really only like a minute long.
Well, it's all maybe a minute is all we need. I think if I remember correctly, you were able to see through the rat's eyes, right?
Yeah, so just above table so I can say it faster. I can, as an action, cast Conjure Animal and summon rats. And then a secondary ability is within 500 feet, I can look through their senses, but it's only good for a minute, once per long rest. So, a minute is good, but what does a minute get me?
Well, think about it this way, and this is just me thinking, right? What if we use rat to spy inside of where the bastard is living, or inside of the brig, or inside of the king's house, to see if maybe we can get some information without actually having to be in the fucking room? That way, we can take this without putting ourselves at risk. I mean, you'll be at risk because you have to get to the area, but it's worth a shot. It's better for a rat to die than for you to die. And if that means getting ourselves some more information, we could take that back to wherever the fuck we decide to camp. It's a good idea. I don't know.
I don't know exactly if I can pick only one rat when conjure. I'm pretty sure this makes a horde every time. It's why I haven't used it once yet. I don't know what a horde looks like, but I'm assuming it's what ate us in the last fight with the rats.
But if you think about it, it'd be enough to cause a stir, or maybe it might be enough for us to sneak in somewhere. Use it as a distraction tool.
All right, so that's card A. I would like to have a plan, at least B,
So I'm just thinking
for
of
when I
things.
inevitably get caught casting a spell and and a bunch of rats are listening to me. However, that's still not a bad idea. It's usable.
We could also go down the other trapdoors like we talked about. And maybe one of those leads exactly to the manor.
I
One
mean, I
is being
doubt-
guarded, so I think that one just kind of dead giveaway.
That's fair. I don't have anything that summons things, or I don't have like minor illusion. There's no way I have mechanically with my magic to pull someone away from a location. All I can do is try to kill them, or
Tomorrow
help, I
prepare-
guess.
I could prepare myself a little bit more tailored to this kind of conversation, but today I don't have access to much things like that as well.
I can make somebody tell the truth and only but the truth for a little bit. We could take a direct approach and go straight for them, and then they can't lie.
That is suicide.
It may be suicide, but they can't lie.
But they can kill us.
Nope, they maybe.
He sits down on the ground and just kind of puts his head on his hands. Oh, this is terrifying.
But your idea of talking to the king himself, what if this is it? What if this is something that, or maybe we do meet with Terrence and we can talk and he can't lie to me.
They still don't like magic.
I'm
mean,
more inclined to
they
try
don't
to
like
like
us no matter
sneak
what.
in. I'm more inclined to try to sneak in and talk to the Pirate King than anything else. We know there's sewer access right next to his mansion, castle. I don't know what you'd call it when it's filled with pirates like this, but
We'll work. We'll table the name. We'll come up with a new name. This is an
What?
option.
What would you say to him?
Who,
What
me?
would we say to him?
Yeah,
yeah,
To who?
we
The
could
Pirate
blame.
King.
We could just straight out be mostly truthful. Say we're here delivering info on this asshole who's trying to obtain magical might and is plotting to steal his girlfriend, his paramour.
Yeah.
We're
And
gonna
you
make-
have evidence to present
No.
to a literal pirate king that you've never met?
No.
No.
No, we don't. Big voice in the sky.
That was your conscience. I'm pretty sure you just said it out loud though.
That was Halbor's
that?
inner voice.
I mean, it might be worth it to just tell the Pirate King everything and see what happens.
What if we just start like killing his people late at night one by one over the course of like a few days?
I believe our ideas are getting worse and worse. Maybe just take a moment to rest.
What is in that drink that you had earlier today?
It's not the drink anymore, it's the fact that everybody is apparently out to get us, so why don't we just remove them from the equation?
I mean, it's not a bad idea. You could just leave the bodies outside the manor and then leave a message. We say nothing.
I don't know. Otherwise, I'm back to, I think we break into his mansion. There's obviously a second floor.
But we got to find which trap door goes to the mansion.
No, we
No,
don't.
see-
We can get close to it. I can get in. if
I can
need
also
to.
make you fly, Morga, and you could carry me, and we could risk the storm, but we could
because
fly
that's
and
a
get
good
there.
idea.
You
Look
never
at
know,
me.
man.
Look at
Hey.
me, this flying giant. Caw!
As you guys are standing here in this space, tensions rising as plans are discussed. You hear the sound of several boots and some swords being drawn, shink, shink, around the corner as you hear a voice cry out, "Somebody said they came this way." And that is where we're going to end tonight's episode.
Oh, fuck.
What?
We will see you guys next week. Be sure to check out the rest of our YouTube page, the merch store, and our social media at Side21 TV. Have a wonderful night.